Advancement. Semiconductor breakthrough. Scientists just widened the gap with new tiny chips. This could fourfold cell phone battery life. Semiconductor breakthrough. Scientists just widened the gap with new tiny chips. A glitchy picture of a PC preparing circuit board. Dem10, iStock. A group of analysts just made a forward leap in semiconductor materials, making a chip that could push back the end of Moore's law and further extending the capacity hole among China and US neighboring endeavors in the field of 1 nanometer chips, as per a new report distributed in the diary Nature. World pioneers are hustling to claim a piece of future semiconductor chip innovation. The advancement was refined in a joint exertion, including the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, National Taiwan University, NTU, and the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co., TSMC, which is the world's biggest agreement producer of cutting-edge chips. At the center of the advancement is a cycle that utilizes semi-metal bismuth to take into account the assembling of semiconductors underneath the 1 nanometer level. Most present-day innovation would already be able to deliver chips down to the 3 nanometer scale. However, this advancement could in a real sense overstep the constraints of Moore's law, said Professor Chi Wu of the NTU, who is one of 23 writers in the investigation, in the declaration shared on NTU's site, as per a South China Morning Post report. Moore's law is a designing general guideline about the upgrade of registering power that says the expense of figuring force will fall considerably every time the quantity of semiconductors on a chip pairs, at regular intervals. US Intel finds Wuhan lab staff were hospitalized just before COVID-19 outbreak. Since this has clear interest for everybody, world governments and chip producers are stretching the actual boundaries of semiconductors in a worldwide competition to make and claim a piece of things to come of innovation. IBM as of late reported that the initial 2 nanometer chip may fourfold cell phone battery life, cut carbon impressions of server farms, empower more noteworthy PC speed, and help widen the uses of higher performing computerized reasoning, AI. In the interim, China is enthusiastic about its optimized semiconductor industry, working non-stop to find better approaches to close the hole with its semiconductor rivals in the 2 materials and progressed bundling as worldwide pioneers edge nearer to the actual furthest reaches of chips by means of Moore's law. Moving toward the actual furthest reaches of semiconductor chip scales. Bad Habit Premier Liu He of China, who is near President Xi Jinping, as of late brought the country's best tech authorities together to assess 5-year plans on cutting-edge innovation, and one of them included potential troublesome semiconductor advances, as per a Xinhua report. Researchers have anticipated the finish of Moore's law for 10 years, refuting doubters over and again as chip producers find new exceptional methods of constraining more execution out of chips. While we haven't moved as quick as Gordon Moore's underlying forecast around 1965, chip hubs at 2 nanometer scales could help China and other invested individuals close the developing hole among themselves and driving chip designers. In any case, for the present, China is a long time behind organizations like TSMC, yet the course of history can generally change. Progressed bundling, where various chips are consolidated into one superpowered set, could trigger China's speed increase in chip production ability. It could likewise happen through third-age semiconductors, wherein new materials like gallium nitride, GaN, or silicon carbide, SiC, might fill in as another material base for chip advancement. Yet, as world pioneers keep on moving toward as far as possible on chip size, progress should at last slam into the actual furthest reaches of semiconductor materials, permitting the remainder of the world to get up to speed.